welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their power. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now let's check out the starters for the East All-Stars. They've got Jason Tatum. Kyrie Irving is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's KD in at the 3.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And so it's the West getting on the board first. 6 on the shot clock. Up top, Tatum. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Mitchell kicks to Irving. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Yeah, you know, LeBron is already top 10 in career assists, okay? And he's also continuing to rack up the dimes and climbing just about every all-time chart there is in the NBA.
Now, here's Mitchell. The kick out to Tatum. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 5.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
And Jokic slams it in.
Giannis taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the East. They trail by 1. For 3, Mitchell. And another 3 from the East.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Here's Morant. Again, the West All-Star.
And with the pace that Morant plays with, that mid-range is a great option. He can surprise defenders expecting Ja to drive it.
Now, here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. Outside Irving. And there's the pass to Mitchell. And DeRozan kicks to Mitchell. Takes a 3. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. He's got 5.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irving has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
Doncic passes to James. Back to Doncic. Some nice passing here by the West. With the fadeaway. And Jackson gets it to go.
And no one's going to ever claim that the All-Star Weekend is about defense. And we got a taste of that right there.
Here's DeRozan. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Guys, you remember when DeMar DeRozan first came into the league? He was just really a raw athlete. Now he's a finely tuned offensive juggernaut.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Mike Malone gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We spoke about the defensive end, oddly enough. Now, in past All-Star games, as we know, defense isn't given much thought. But he thinks the players on this team are so competitive, they may take pride in their ability to get stops. That sounds inconceivable, guys, but I guess we'll see.
Thank you, David.
Get up and get loud for your West All-Stars dance team! All right, fans, let's get up and get loud for your West All-Stars dance team! All right, fans, let's get up and get loud for your West All-Stars dance team!
So the West ends up going with the new group.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now, here's Markkanen. Over Holiday, Markkanen good.
You cannot give Markkanen room to shoot from the mid-range. I mean, he's capable of dropping these in bunches.
Halliburton outside. And Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Randall finds Brown. Over George. The East All-Stars tack on two more.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Lillard, bounce pass. Outside, George. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for the West All-Stars. Outside, Holiday. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Halliburton, count the basket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
No, strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
What's up?
And here are the East All-Stars now, trailing by 2. Brown outside. Over George. Jaylen Brown again. Brown's got 6.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Passes to George. Sabonis with the ball. He's guarded by Adebayo. Sabonis kicks to Lillard. Shoots it. Again, the West All-Star.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And stolen by Lillard. That shot is off. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. West All-Stars lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
We've got Morant. Jaren Jackson is out there with Jokic. Then it's Paul George. And it's Doncic in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for the West All-Stars right now.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Here's DeRozan, following the basket by John Morant. Over George. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from DeRozan.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Jackson finds Doncic. Plays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for the West All-Stars. Irving passes to Mitchell. Now here's DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the East. With the shot, the East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
You look at DeRozan and how efficient he is as a scorer. It's about body control, concentration, and he does it even against the best of defense.
Now here is George. 6 points for him. Morant kicks to Doncic. Jokic against Embiid. Now here's George. He's guarded close, and he comes up with the deuce.
And patience from George. Not rushing up a low percentage shot, not settling for just any shot. Instead, keeping his cool and burying a quality look.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Morant, the bounce pass. Embiid against Jokic. Shoots over Embiid. Again, the West All-Star.
Hey, even by NBA standards, Jokic is a mountain of a man. 6'11", they list him at 284. That's almost a 1/7 of a ton, folks. The Joker can handle whatever contact he embraces.
And he makes that one. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
Timeout called here by the East. They're going to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. James is checked in. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Giannis, he's checked in for Embiid. Jackson, that's good.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He is such a strong finisher in the paint.
Pass to DeRozan. Now, Antetokounmpo, guarded by Jackson. Inside, Irving. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Irving's got 9.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
On the wing, George. DeRozan defending. LeBron outside, down low. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket for Mitchell. Outside, George. Pass to James.
2 minutes.
Doncic looking it over. On the wing, Jackson. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. 7 points in the game.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
The pass to Mitchell. Outside Irving. Mitchell with it. He's got 5 for 3. And another 3 from the East.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's George. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Markkanen comes in for George. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Doncic. And Damian Lillard subbed in for John Morant. A big group substitution here for the East. Adebayo is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Julius Randle comes in for Jason Tatum. Brown is checked in for Mitchell. Halliburton subbed in for Irving. And it goes down 2 points. LeBron's got his first 2 points.
Sabonis making sure to pass it where his teammates are open. And that's just being a good passer there.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. 7-foot shot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. And the West hit again from deep.